This is my daughter, Melanie.
Catherine Fournier says she raised her 3 children to value their Anishinaabe culture. But in the eyes of the federal government, they aren't First Nations people.
The possibility that somehow Canada could acknowledge that wrong and then agree to right that wrong is a huge, huge achievement.
A century ago, her grandfather, a member of Penamutang First Nation in Manitoba, gave up his status through an assimilation policy known as enfranchisement in order to own property and vote.
He wanted very much to be part of the democratic process, which, as it existed in Canada 100 years ago, actively tried to deny him the most basic rights.
Fournier is one of 16 plaintiffs who filed a constitutional challenge last year to change the Indian status registration.
Introduction of government bills.
Instead of fighting in court, the Indigenous Services Minister tabled proposed legislation to restore status to approximately 3,500 people.
Indian Act is a colonial racist piece of legislation.
It's been a long road to get here.
The plaintiff's lawyer says their constitutional challenge is on hold as they wait for Bill C-38 to become law.
I hope that for all the faults remaining in the Indian Act, people can get behind this piece of legislation.
The goal was very clear. That was to eradicate this particular population.
Fournier was able to regain her status through previous changes, but she still couldn't pass her status onto the next generation.
For my children, now they can hold up that part of their identity, saying, this is who I am.
A way for them to reclaim that identity and keep it from being erased again. Olivia Stefanovich, CBC News, Ottawa.